Hello, happy Tuesday for those of you who watch today. This week, Thursday and Friday, January 15th and 16th, I'm hosting a summit. The summit is called Finding Purpose After Trauma. Purpose is something that many of us have struggled with. And I have a guest with us now. She's actually a dear friend. We met in a treatment program. And we are also business partners on a venture called Right to Rise. It's a journaling club for those with addictions and trauma or just a lot of life struggles and want to commit to the practice of journaling. But Tami, thank you for doing this video with me today.
My pleasure.
Are you sure?
Not certain what I'm getting into. I know you got my back, so
This is so true. Yeah, Tammy asked me before we recorded what I was going to ask. And I'm like, you don't get a heads up. Like, I love authentic conversations. And people watching, I want you to just pretend that Tammy and I are at our local coffee shop and we're just shooting the shit, shooting the breeze. We're talking about this upcoming summit and why we think you should attend and why you should be excited about attending. Tammy, one of the questions I asked this morning is more about just purpose. When you think about the word purpose, what feelings come up for you? Which is different than what I asked the women this morning, by the way. So, what feelings come up for you when we talk about purpose? I love
excitement,
this. Ooh, I love she was thinking and reflecting. Excitement.
interested, curious. There we go. That's a good feeling. Curious and wonder.
Wonder. Beautiful. And when people sign up to come to a summit and they're hearing that, oh, maybe there's got to be some movement on how I think and feel about purpose. What do you think? What would make sense for their takeaways or outcomes? What should they leave with? In other words, should they leave with changing a job and changing everything about their life, or is that the wrong way to think about it? What are your thoughts about that?
My goal is to come and learn the next actions. So the next little baby steps. I've made progress with baby steps. So I'm looking for the little tips and tricks, not really anything major. I think if it's going to be major, my little steps will take me where I need to go. Because personally, I just really can't look big. I have to keep little steps allow me to progress. I can see better that way. I feel more secure that way. And not like I'm gonna explode or something with too much. I need little ways to improve.
I really love what you're saying because you don't have to worry about changing the world to come. Like, we're not asking you to change the world. Like, your purpose doesn't have to be figuring out how to make world peace or feed all the hungry children. It can be small steps that add up. So I really love that you're saying that because why would I go to that? My life is already so overwhelming. Life can be pretty overwhelming with life. I'm sorry, with work, with family, with all our big to-do list. So I love what you're saying that you're coming for the baby steps. But what about the people who are doing little baby steps and wanting to create a massive change in their life? Do you think it's possible they'll hear a speaker that might encourage that?
Well, yeah, I think that baby steps lead to the big steps and the big changes. And I think that a lot of people have made huge healing choices in their life and that it has brought them to a new understanding of their value and their purpose and they the way that we get to pay it back or pay it forward is to help others and we get to share that with them and they get to see that. I've seen many people who have made big changes and they are the movers and the shakers and
Yeah.
they get things done. So I love to be around those people. They've up leveled. I love that word. Upgrade, up
Oh,
level.
level. Yeah.
It's just a new vibe. They say our tribe is our vibe, or we vibe with our tribes. Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished this Netflix series last night called Ripple. And this conversation is reminding me of that. Baby steps can land in ripples that can make massive change. And I think if somebody watching or attending the summit is struggling with an addiction, let's say it's addiction to Percocet, narcotics, painkillers, because they had an injury, they started taking it and they're like, oh, this helps me numb out too my emotional pain. So they end up with this addiction, which happens to thousands and thousands of people. What if they attend this and they're like, you know what? My dependence and abuse of this medication is impacting my purpose. And they make a decision to go to rehab, or they make a decision to detox and then go to rehab. The ripple effects of that on their family, on their work, on their relationships with others can be massive. So I wanted to point that out. So my last question for you, Tammy, because we are journaling buddies, where does journaling fit in when we talk about purpose? Like, what's the connection between the two? And briefly answer, because I know your talk is going to be on that about the summit, and we don't want to give away the whole presentation, but what are some teaser points about purpose in journaling?
So when we journal, or when I have journaled, I don't always know where I'm going to go. And I think that's the most exciting part of it is I'll start out, yeah, ho hum, whatever. And then all of a sudden, as I'm writing, I have this huge moment where I'm like, oh, it's like a light bulb. I have this light bulb moment, and that's it. I'm like, that's what I haven't been able to discover. So the journaling taps into parts of us that we are not even aware of. And that's how we get to a new understanding of ourselves and freedom from the things that we used to think was the only way. Like I used to think it was the only way. It would be the way I was the only way. I didn't explore, I didn't know I could explore these other options. And so a lot of days looked very black for me. And now they have colors. My days are very colorful. And so journaling is just it's free. It's fun paper and pens and markers. We can do different types of journaling things and listen to some music and so get to meet cool people.
Mhm.
So we
That's
do
really
it
cool.
together. It's even more connected and vulnerable and learning that others are challenged. They have challenges as well. We're not the only ones.
Yeah. Tammy, I just want to take a moment to thank you for being one of our speakers and for making a really big difference in the lives of trauma survivors. So thank you.
Thank you.